What's up, guys? Welcome back to Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. I think we're in double digits now, aren't we? Part 11, part 10. I'm not 100% sure, but pretty sure we're past part 10 at this point. Still doing East Emnet Gullys. Again, I don't know. Oh, there's an item there. 2 items here. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly. I'm sure people will be correcting me in the comment section already, so I'll be sure to correct my pronunciation in future. I don't think any of these videos will be coming out until long after I've actually recorded them, so I don't know if I'll be able to correct myself or not. In fact, I'm pretty sure that East Emnet Gullys is quite a small area, so I think we may be in luck and finishing it in this part. So that'd be pretty good. I'm not going to force it like through Moria, because I thought we were a lot further along than I was. So that Balrog episode ended up being an hour long. So anyway, I hope you guys appreciate the gesture at least, because it wasn't easy doing an hour straight. We don't usually do that sort of thing. So again, it's not going to be a common occurrence, so don't get too used to it. So yeah. One feature I forgot to mention on this game is, unlike most RPGs, this actually has a fucking co-op, which I've never tried, because I've never had someone to actually play with, because my brother's not interested in RPGs at all. In fact, he fucking actively hates it when I play them. They're not his type of thing at all, which is fine, everyone's got their own tastes. But I wouldn't trust him to, I wouldn't trust him. He wouldn't be able to make decisions well, I don't think. Maybe if I find a second PS2 controller, I'll invite him along for a couple of guest episodes. If you guys are interested in seeing that, feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section, because I will take your advice on board, especially if it's something you enjoy. So yeah, actually, if you go down here to options, where is it? No, it's not. Sorry, it's below options, co-op. It's greyed out right now because there's only one controller plugged in. But you click that, and the way it does it is each character is controlled by a certain controller. So you will get the first character, the third character, and the 5th character to join you will be controlled by player 1, whereas the 2nd character to join you, 4th character, and 6th character will be controlled by player 2. Which is an interesting system. Don't know how good that system actually works, because again, I've not actually played it. But it's interesting, especially if you're 2 buddies who enjoy RPGs. You might be able to decide how to. You have to agree on how to grow your character with each other. You'd have to decide what routes to take. Only one character control on the field screen, and I'm assuming that's player 1 or whoever is whoever controls the character that's currently the field character. Anyway, I find it interesting because, like I said, I don't know of any other RPGs that give you the ability to play with 2 players. Maybe Final Fantasy did it at one point, I don't know, I don't think it did. Let me know in the comment section if any other RPGs ever tried that, guys, because I'm very interested to find out. Sorry, I'm scratching my nose then and it made my voice go all funny. Not intentional, I assure you. So yeah, because if there's a good RPG out there that allows 2 players, I might do a full walkthrough, because I probably wouldn't have played it before, but a full playthrough with my brother or something, because that would be interesting to see how his mind works when playing RPGs, because he's never, I don't think he's ever touched one. He's seen me play them often enough, and I think that's why he doesn't like them, is because he's only ever taken the back seat, and he tends to not like things if you've only ever watched other people do them. Wow, breaking 100 strength with Bearer 4, that's good going. Let's see here, dexterity or speed. I'll pump your speed for a bit, because, again, I want him to be the first guy to take an attack. This guy's wounded, I think, so it's a good thing we got here in time. I could have sworn Arano was going to help us out for this fight. And also, tell me if I'm pronouncing his name right or not, because I honestly haven't a clue. I don't think they say his name out loud in the game, or maybe they did and I weren't paying attention. That's probably what's happened, is I wasn't paying attention. Happens a lot in games, especially when I've seen the cutscenes hundreds of times before, because I've played through a good couple of times. So, you know, sometimes I just blank out and think about other things. I know I shouldn't really be doing that when I'm doing a fucking live playthrough, But live playthrough. It's not really live, is it? But it kind of is. It's live commentary. I'm commenting on it as I'm playing it, which is why you hear those awkward fucking gaps sometimes, and I do apologise when they occur. I do know it's happening. I'm doing my best to try and fix it. So that's if you think I'm waffling on a bit, that's probably why. It's because I don't want there to be silence. I want to be talking 100% all the way through. You may notice I shut up during cutscenes though, because I do want you guys to get the information. Because more so in this type of game, because in this type of game it's quite it's quite story driven. I had abandoned all hope of others joining me. Oh, okay, that was depressing. My wounds are not fatal, and thanks to you, the wild who infected them is no more. I will make my way to the Uruk blockade and wait arrival. My party, yeah, fuck off, fuck your party, man. Rejoin your warriors. Okay. That was odd. Alright then. This is an old game, guys. And it was before patches was a thing, so they can't fix things once it's already out. I guess that was probably because I mashed through his dialogue, so it's probably my fault more than anything else. So yeah. Idril's going to break 1000 SP soon, and that's going to be great. Because that's when we can be really liberal with our spell usage. Not that I've had to restore... I don't think I've had to restore Idril's AP since Moria anyway. And that was mainly because the Balrog was being such a fucking bastard about his AP draining skills. I fucking hate bosses that have skills that will drain AP. There's nothing worse than not being able to use your skills. See what I mean? We're not even... We've only just learnt arrow volley, and we've already got quite a few guys who are immune to the sweep effect. Then again, these are high-end enemies for this level of the game, so it's to be expected, really. They are strong. I mean, that's a grizzled Rog and it's a Shefton, so they are going to be tough. They are going to be immune to sleep. They know those tricksies. And they're going to combat them. What is it? Grizzled, Greater Warg, Hardened. Right, so if you're grizzled, you can't fall asleep. It's useful information to know, right, guys? Not as grey as the portrait would suggest, though, which is kind of annoying. I like it when the enemies are visibly different. You know, especially if their portrait suggests it. If their portrait looks completely different colour-wise, their fucking model should be completely different colour-wise. I mean, the only different coloured wargs were those albino ones from Moria. And I've already spoken at length of why that's fucking bullshit. But you know, let's not dig up old comments. Wouldn't get us anywhere, will it, guys? Let's see here. Let's just fucking put him out of his misery. Boom. Tried to do an impression of Sandal from Dragon Age, didn't really work out as well as I thought it would. Might not get across quite as well over the microphone. Let's see here. I do like the sword Idril's rocking right now. It looks like a proper scimitar type thing. But mind you, I do like swords which have no handles. I don't know if that's the right fucking word or not. Oh shit! Okay, so this is the other area of the game where the glitch is involved. I didn't even notice the thing filling up. So this battle is completely unwarranted, and I apologise for making you guys sit through it. At least it was the first attack, so shouldn't be done. No, this might be dangerous. Not as bad. Sent her fucking flying, no? Blimey. I'm not going to bother with fucking Erebus this battle. I'm just going to fucking get rid of these guys and move on. This is a battle that should not be triggered. And again, I apologise, I wasn't really paying attention, and I didn't realise the glitch was in effect in this area, but now I know. So, it's useful. So, very unusual for Hadley to get 2 attacks in a row, but I'm not going to complain, it gives them some SP all around, so good times. Good times. I do like the victory music, it's quite nice. It makes you feel like you've accomplished something, which I don't think many games do with their victory music nowadays. Their victory music's a bit just like, oh, you did it. Here's a little tune to let you know you did it. So, yeah. You did the thing! Well done! You gonna do the other thing? Maybe. Who knows? Let's get this... Oh, fuck, got Gandalf, is it?
Dead on the other side. You are transformed.
Yes, the need is great.
What are you doing here?
At this moment, warning you of orcs ahead.
That was really an unnecessary thing to do, Gandalf. It really was. It's just there to show you that at this point in the game and in the timeline, Gandalf is back and alive and well. So that's pretty much the only purpose that served. It didn't really add anything to the story, other than telling you at this point Gandalf is back. Should I heal myself? Or... Nah, let's take out all these bastards. They're going to get like 6 attacks in a row if I don't get rid of them. Because these orcs are surprisingly fast. Orc Bane. I hope this gets rid of it. It totally does. That's great. He's going to get another attack as well. Orcs shouldn't be that fast. No way. That's the goblins' gimmicks, not yours. Let's use aim shot. This might kill it, might not. Hopefully it doesn't, so I can get that extra attack and fair fall in. Yeah, it's not quite damaging enough. So let's use Company 9. Get my leadership up. I want to learn all retreat because there are some areas that have random encounters that will fuck you up. Like I said in this one, if you're unlucky enough, you can encounter Ringwaves. And while it's doable at this stage, it's quite difficult. Especially if there is more than one, which is a possibility. And it's not so difficult I do plan on going through evil mode as sort of a bonus little thing at some point. I don't know if I'll do it one by one or do it all once I finish the game. I'll decide it later. You know what, I think I'll start doing it after I've finished East Emnet Gullys, and then I'll post the whole thing up as a compilation at the end of the playthrough, just so I can get the bonus items, which aren't that great right now, but later on when we get to the later stages we'll get weapons and armour and shit, which is super handy. There's a weapon that will cause bleed on hit, so yeah, stuff like that is quite handy to have. No, not yet. 1, 2, or 3. There we go. Did I get new equipment? I did. There we go. Oh wait, hang on. Plus 3 speed, plus 7 spirit. Nah, it's not worth it. There we go. Let's go back in. Actually, do I need to learn my readjust? Well, she's learning the armor one. Let's see here. Increased armor. So are you. I shouldn't have. I should really be on top of this shit, man. Oh well. I'll get on top of it next time. Forced encounter, fun times. This isn't a difficult fight. Yeah, just a bunch of fucking chodes. I'm using that word. I don't know what it means. I know it's an insult. I know it's more of an American thing than a British thing. So sorry for sending you out, my English brothers. not that I'm a patriotic guy. I'm not into national pride because I think it's more but that's just me. I know other people take it super seriously, and that's up to them, man. As long as they're not getting proud. You know, I'm not one of these people who's like, nah, don't be proud about your country. You feel free to be, as long as you're not a cunt about it. Because I can't take that. I fucking hate people thinking they're better than other people just because they're from a certain place. It's fucking dumb. But you know, idiots will be idiots. So let them be idiots. We know, you know the type I'm talking about. The type who are like, oh, I'm from this place, and someone from fucking 100 years ago did this, so that makes me better than you. And it's like, nah, fuck off, man. Ain't got fuck all to do with you just because you're from the same place as some guy who's not even a fucking round anymore. And anyway, I went on a bit of a tangent now, and I probably shouldn't have had nothing to do with what I was doing. So yeah. I can't believe this many this many Rohirim have died to just orcs. You know? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, Lord of the Rings guys, because I'm relying on you to correct me when I am wrong, because God knows I'm not going to be able to fucking do it. But Uruk-hai weren't around until Saruman, right? Or am I wrong? I don't know. I was under the impression that Uruk-hai was a Saruman invention, but Shadow of Mordor made it seem it's a completely different race. Rohirrim comes to Rohan, but Saruman attacks Rohan both from within and without. Because Greenman's a fucking asshole. And gets everything he deserves, really. Oh, okay. Fucking... Sorry, sometimes in these old games the collision's a bit weird. I'm not even going to bother bringing Berefor in. No, fuck it, I will do that. No, I didn't say that. Scrap that from the record. Sorry, I sort of forgot to there. I didn't think I'd definitely bring Berefor in to get the extra experience. We haven't encountered it yet, but we will do down the line. To make forced encounters harder, they'll make it so that once you take out one enemy, another one will replace it until you've killed X amount of enemies, you know, the amount of enemies that are in the row. So that's how they make the game harder later on. And that's also why lingering sleep and arrows of sleep makes life easier, because you can deal with one row at a time. So, yeah. Shit gets super easy when combo is complete. Especially for Helm's Deep that's coming up. If you don't have Arrows of Sleep and Lingering Sleep combo, when Helm's Deep comes up, it's going to make the battles super difficult. More difficult than they need be, you know? Pretty sure there's a good item in here, but I don't know what. Oh, where is it? Berefor, Rohan, Infantry Shield. Drops of Valinor. Is that it? Oh well, shield's a shield. Let's get that a crit. Adds dex and speed, takes away strength. Yeah, that looks, I was going to say more better, but that's not great English, is it? That looks better than the Moria shield, so that's what we're equipping. Even though it does take away a point of strength, but 1 point's not going to make or break us. So yeah. What quests? Oh shit, pressed the wrong button, my bad guys. What quests have we got left? Find an elf in the gullies, find an elf near the cave, find an elf near the river. Oh, no, near the cave and in the gullies. Okay, well, we've only got 2 markers left, so the one to the left is the blockade, so we want to go towards the one by the cave. So yeah, arrows, haste, arrows of speed. So yeah, if Elagos isn't your fastest party member, you better make sure that Idril is, because that fella of haste to make sure that Elagos gets the first attack. When Elagos gets the first attack, you get arrows of sleep, it makes life easy for yourselves. Well, I'll get 2 attacks in a row. I might well use company. That's how my brain works, you know. Especially seeing as now there's absolutely no fucking threat from these guys. Yeah. I love it. Berefor is so fucking strong when you pump his strength. And as you should, because he doesn't need to pump up spirit, because he hasn't got spirit attacks. And he's got plenty of AP as is, especially when you get the skill for the perfect nigger being full. Because it makes all of his abilities cost 25% less, and it's more maneuverable without pumping spirit at all. The only time I pump spirit with Berefor is when I want to see round numbers across the board, because I'm fucking weird like that. I'm absolutely sure I'm not the only person who likes to see even numbers across the board. Then again, maybe I'm not. Let me know if you share that opinion, guys. Gandalf rejoins his companions as Berefor seeks Ymir. Yep. Fair enough. -1 dex, +2 speed. It does more base damage. And gets more damage per level. No, it doesn't get more damage per level. Fuck it. I'd rather use a human bow. Sorry, I'm racist. I don't like goblins. It's okay to say I don't like goblins, isn't it? If anyone takes offence to that, feel free to let me know, and let me know why. I certainly would like to be enlightened. Especially if there are real life goblins out there, that'd be kind of cool. Kind of creepy too, but kind of cool. Let's take out Shefton. Always take out the mage. Always take out the fucking mage. Bloody bastards. I was really certain that was going to kill him, but no, I was wrong. I keep forgetting you can't. That's going to kill him. No, it's not. Fucking. I'm jumping the gun on these. I am jumping the gun. Let's use Endure Flame, because I don't think I can I don't know how well the audio is being recorded right now, so I don't know if I get it apart, but I fucking love the music during the fight scene. I'm sure I know this, but it's just like being in the fucking movie, man. As soon as the fight starts, you get that fucking epic music pumping up. Can you hear it? Just take it in. I'm just going to stop talking for a moment. So fucking cool, man. I love Lord of the Rings music. It's the best. It is the best. And I can't think of any music from a movie franchise that is better than the Lord of the Rings music. Not off the top of my head. Maybe Star Wars, actually. Thinking about it, Star Wars has got quite a good soundtrack. But, you know, mind you, Pirates of the Caribbean as well. I quite like that. It's not quite. It's a clear third, but until I think of something else that's better than Pirates of the Caribbean, which I'm sure there is plenty. You know what? That's something for you guys to hang on. Saruman's betrayal. The Wizard betrays his order and he sets a trap for you. Thank you. Yeah, let me know in the comment section, guys. What's your favourite soundtrack from a movie?
You must gather Eomer's scattered Rohirim. Assemble east of Helm's Deep. There I shall meet them.
Share in the comment section. Let me know what your favourite movie soundtrack is. Passage of Mandor for now. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, let me know what your favourite movie soundtrack is that doesn't count. I'm not counting shit that has good use of commercial songs. I mean, a good soundtrack. So, good background music, fits all the scenes, makes you feel great, and you can only think of one thing when you hear its soundtrack, and that is the movie. Yeah? Ooh, you're in a bit of a spot, Bubba. Yeah, just stand there, Israel. And Elf guy. And the Wargs. So yeah, this fight is going to be even easier because we've been given this the guest characters. So I really shouldn't. I don't think they should have probably put him in here, you know, except for the final boss at Blockade, because that makes sense to have him there. Everywhere else, it's just like, that's nice. Thanks for helping out, but it's unnecessary, dude. And then again, I suppose it makes sense from a story's perspective. Because he wants to make sure his elven scouts will come back to his lives. So I appreciate that from a story standpoint. From a gameplay standpoint, I'm sorry, my brain had a major malfunction. From a gameplay standpoint, it really it's OP. You don't need him. He doesn't really help. Well, no, he does help. What I meant to say was he just makes the fights far too easy. You don't need him. At all. Are both of these guys still asleep? I think they are. I thought Mercury Mist would wake them up. Shoot him in the fucking face with an arrow! I need to get Hadwood to have an attack in. I know it's making the fights last longer, but I've got to have everyone at the same level, more or less. Not so much right now, but later on you'll understand why. So when the party splits up in two and you've got one party that's half the fucking level than the other, you're just like, why didn't I spend more time with them? Why? And also, they won't have any fucking skills if you don't use them. They'll all have their base skills, which I don't think it's going to be too shocking when I say their base skills are fucking shit. Except for Idril's healing spell and attacking spell, they're quite useful. Many thanks for your quick action. You're welcome, guy. I've seen one of... yeah. Okay, thanks. 2 members of my party went to the cave. One is near the Uruk blockade. I will seek cover near the Uruk blockade and wait for instructions. So the last elf is going to be at the blockade, I think. So, yeah. Eomer's rebels. Eomer slays the Uruk-hai while Saruman plots terrible evil. Yeah, even though Eomer got fucking banished from Rohan, he was still out there fucking chopping up Rohan's enemies and keeping the land safe. Or as safe as you can when all you've got is a handful of cavalry, you know? Well, I say a handful. At the end of fucking 2 towers, they had a lot more than a handful. I was under the impression there was like a group of like 20 at most, but there was fucking hundreds of those guys. And kind of lucky there was. Let's pump your health up before. I want you to be a bit more sturdy. I'm going to split between Spirit and Constitution pretty evenly on Hadhood at this point. I want him to be good at both, you know. I'll pump your health a little bit. There we go. skills, Elven Inspiration. Yeah, increases action pool. Resistance to shadow, gives the ability to automatically regenerate action point. I'll give you that because that will be useful more later on than everything else. Might of Balin, Hadford's health. Yeah, we'll do your health. Lingering sleep. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure because I don't want to learn the wrong skills again. So before we can progress, we need to clear this fucking blockade, which is over here. Now this is the area. This is the area where you can encounter a ring wraith, and I really don't want to. Thankfully, I know that if you go left, left is the quick way, right is the way where you have to go all the way around the fucking rock. So bear that in mind if you're playing this game yourself, although I don't think many people will be playing this at the same time as I am, so I've got that going for me. But if you're playing this at the same time, when you get to this point, go left, because otherwise you've got to go around the whole fucking rock, and the chances of encountering something nasty are increased greatly. I flubbed my words a bit there, but you know what I mean. There we go. This is the last elf, I believe. Let's get you. Yep. And this is the final boss fight of the stage, and it's... I shouldn't really call it that because it's not a boss fight. And
we plan to ambush some Isengard Uruk-hai.
What shall my group do?
Prepare to charge when he opens fire.
See, I can't help but feel this would be a better ambush if the elves stayed at the top with their arrows and we were down there with them, you know, down there ready to rush them. In fact, when I first played this game, I assumed that that's what was going to happen, but no, nope. And again, this makes this fight absurdly easy. Because while the two big guys are immune to sleep, all the little guys that do chip damage to you over time are put to sleep, and you don't have to worry about them. You know, that's it, you're done with them. You don't have to worry about them doing a bunch of damage over time. I'll use a war call on this guy, just because he needs to have the experience, man. He needs to get the experience points. He needs to keep up with the rest of the party. Bearfour especially shouldn't be. Ooh, great. Please attack the upper turret. That's fine, he stayed asleep, so I'm not bothered by that at all. Let's use Flaming Fury. That should take him out, I believe. Yep, now we're in the clear, we're easy. Easy streak here. Elf Eyes? Yeah, let's do Elf Eyes, just because I don't want to kill him. That's a great feeling, that is, when you can just go, I don't need to be in a rush. I don't want to kill anyone yet, because, and you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. You're so far ahead. You're just like, I don't want to kill them yet. No, make them fucking suffer. I exaggerate. I don't want to see that. Yeah. So even without arrows asleep, that fight's quite easy. But as you've seen before, those orcs are quite fucking fast, so they can quite easily get 2 attacks each, and that's 6 attacks in a row. And that could quite easily take someone out. But even if that were the case, Aranel would easily overpower, easily survive 6 fucking shots. I owe you my thanks. So, 2 of my group. Now you don't need to tell me about your group. I've gotten everyone. Ugh. It's one thing I don't like. They don't seem to acknowledge. Do not feel used. All must face the power of the elves in facing the perils ahead. I suppose that's true. Gondorian shortbow, which gives me back the dex point that one takes away. That is great. There we go. Hooray for Gondor! I suppose. Normally, if I was playing this game without doing a playthrough, I would save as I go past here to get all my health back, but we're doing a playthrough and it doesn't really matter. We've only got one more mandatory fight to do for this stage, and it's going to involve saving a Rohirim, who is currently surrounded by Uruk-hai. In fact, I think this may be the first example of a fight that uses reinforcements, so, yeah. Oh, poor horse. Poor
there are too many.
Behind the horse, a captive, still alive.
Man, Idril has got such guts. The Bearfour's like, there's too many of them. Idril's like, fuck that, let's save that guy, man. We can do it. So, yeah. Idril has bigger balls than fucking Bearfour does, I'm saying it now. I'm going to get Elagos in and use Arrows of Sleep. I know the guy on the right is going to be immune to it, but it does get rid of the other 2 guys who are quite damaging at this point in the game. Oh dear. That wasn't as well planned as I thought. Oh well. I'm a bit confused as to why the Uruks didn't straight up kill the rider man before eating his horse. Because surely they knew that. Well, not knew, but surely they'd have a suspicion that if someone came across them and saw someone still alive, they'd do their fucking best to save it, save the geezer, you know. Then again, maybe Uruks don't think like that because they're pure evil. Who knows? I don't. I'm speculating. It's a very hard attack I don't think it has yet. Let's use a feeling round from the middle of yeah. These guys aren't too tough. They deal a lot of damage, but they're not very strong. Not very strong. Not very hard. The defense is quite low, so it's quite fortunate for me. I love how fast he can fucking do his aim shot as well. It's great. It shows how much better they are than any other race with bows. Yeah, this is a stronger version of your normal. This is me aiming twice as fast as you firing normally. This is me taking care, and I'm still faster than you. It's kind of sad, really. I'd be a bit downhearted if I was Elvis in this party with Aranel joining us for a little bit. I'd be like, and then again, Elgus is a pretty damn good archer for a human, I suppose. It does. I've said this before now, but it does bug me that he has a sword out every time during cutscene fights. You don't have that option in game, so I don't think it should be in a cutscene. Oh well. It's just small. There's some small things in this game I adore, but there's some small things in this game that are like, oh, couldn't you just done this a bit different, or couldn't you done that? I mean, you guys know I bring it up every time I see something that perks me. You know? She's flaming through it. I don't want to kill him, but I'm pretty sure this is the last enemy. If it's not, it's the second last, so shouldn't be too much of a problem. But you know, I was sure he dodged that, you know, by the animation. You're gonna die now, was that the last one? It was. So that should level up everybody. This triumphant victory music, man, it's so good, it's so fucking good. The first bit, when it calms down a bit to this stage, it's just like, it gives you enough of the good bit to pump you up, be like, yeah, I accomplished something, man.
You have strange powers, lady.
Long have my people defended you unseen.
I am grateful, for I was cut off from my fellows. I did not expect to survive the night.
Travel with us. We shall help you find your company, so you may rejoin them.
Here, our forces must part ways. We shall meet again before you leave this land.
I will fulfill my part in this. He shall prove worthy of our trust.
Lies!
So, now we're pushed into hostile land, lost, on foot, and without aid. This is a marvelous quest you're leading us on.
Nice little detail during that cutscene when Idril was healing. Again, this is a little detail I like. It's every time you got just after a fight, Elagust is the one you see in the background, making sure to stab the Uruks
There's an
or
elf,
orcs.
a man, and a dwarf having the Ritter mark.
We come in friendship. We search for a company of fellow warriors. Mithrandir seeks you. Assemble your forces and meet him east of Helm's Deep.
Gandalf has long been our trusted advisor. We shall marshal followers as quickly as possible. What of you?
The wizard requested I aid in rallying your men.
That's fucking low gang, isn't it? That sounded like the guy.
Look for your friends, but do not trust to hope. It has forsaken these lands.
Gandalf and the Galadriel's plan. You must gather the Rohirim or Gandalf. Yep, okay. So I'm just going to say a couple of things before wrapping up this video, okay? First of all, just to finish my thought, nice little detail of every time you, after a fight, it's Elagust in the background you see finishing off enemies, because he knows he knows he's got to be double careful double careful, extra cautious is what I meant to say. Second, they clearly couldn't get the voice actor for Eomer to appear in this, because every single line he spoke is direct from the film. So, yeah. Third, why the fuck were they distrustful of us anyway? We had one of their fucking riders with us, man. It just doesn't make much sense, you know. You got one of your riders we saved from certain death. He will vouch for us, but you're like, what business do you have here? It's like, dude, we were returning your body. Oh, also Gandalf wants your help. So if you were wondering why Gandalf managed to get all the Rohirrim so quickly, apparently it was all thanks to Berefor, Idril, Elagust and Hadhud. And other party members that we will meet in this level, in fact. One very soon when we start, and one at the very end. That's quite a nice sky, isn't it? Last thought, like I said halfway through that cutscene, that fucking rider was voiced for Loghain, wasn't he? Sounded like Loghain. I can't remember the voice actor's name, but he's been in quite a few things, mostly BioWare games, so I think he's on retainer or something. But yeah, I love that guy. I love that guy's voice. It's just cool. Anyway, enough ramblings from me. I better cut this video off. So I will see you all again next time.